I read a story sometime last year, and it was about two people who were sitting together, maybe waiting for something, or maybe in a school, I don't know, but a guy and a lady. And the lady was in so much pain, and she kept showing the signs of being in pain and all of that. And the guy turned to her and said, "What's the matter?" And she said, "I'm having menstrual cramps." And he says, "And so, is that why you are acting like that?" And the lady said, "Oh, how do you have yours? How do yours normally happen? You don't have so much pain like this." And he for the first time, he realized, "Oh, I've just trivialized a pain I know nothing about." And of course, he apologized to the lady and all of that. And the writer said something, which is what I really want to point out in the whole story. The writer said, never downplay a pain that you've never experienced. So having said that, today we are talking about how to move on from a heartbreak. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ogechi. If this is your first time seeing me, you are welcome. I am super excited to have you on my channel. On this channel, I create videos on relationship, helping singles to get into relationship, nurture their existing relationship into marriage, and also prepare for the marriage of their dreams. I also create videos on faith where I get to share my faith, my journey, prayers, Bible study, and all those kind of good things. And also I create videos on family and lifestyle vlog. Today's video is obviously on relationship, and it is on a very important topic, which is moving on or healing from a heartbreak. So if you heard the story I gave before, I started, that story simply tells you that a pain that you don't know, don't try to trivialize it. So if you've never had a heartbreak, you might never really understand how much pain people whose hearts are broken really go through. It can be so difficult, it can be so painful, and that's why most times some people tend to get stuck. They are not able to get themselves to keep moving, depending on how serious or severe the breakup was. But today, I'm going to be sharing with you, about 10 things that you can do to help you move on after a heartbreak. Not just moving on and enduring the pain, moving on, bottling up the pain, moving on with so much hurt. No, 10 things you can do to help you heal and move on after a heartbreak. And please don't forget to like this video and also share with your friends. Let more people get to see it. You don't know, you might just be helping someone out there who has made up his or her mind not to move forward after a terrible heartbreak. Okay, so let's get right into it. Number one is accept that it has happened. As difficult as a heartbreak is, as difficult as the experience is, especially if you were really in love, like you really love this person and you already saw a future together and all of those things, and suddenly the relationship is cut short, it can be very difficult to accept that this beautiful thing that you have going have just come to an abrupt end just like that. However, the more you delay accepting what has happened, the further you are postponing the inevitable pain that you are going to feel. And don't forget that when somebody comes and tells you, "Oh, I'm not doing again," don't forget that that is not the first, it's not an emergency. That decision was not an emergency decision. It's not like you guys just met each other and it's like, "Oh, I just realized I don't want to date you again. I don't want to move on with this relationship again." No, you are the person who is getting it as a shock. The person who is breaking up with you has already premeditated, thought about it, weighed so many things and decided that, you know what, I'm not doing this again. So living in denial and saying, "Oh, I'm never going to accept that this happened, he's going to come back, oh, she's going to come back," and you're just there hanging, you are just, deepening your pain and also postponing the time you would have started taking to heal, because this person already made up their mind before coming and there's nothing you are going to do about it. So the first step you should take towards healing after a heartbreak is to accept the situation that it has happened, no matter how painful or how hurtful it could be. Just accept it so that your healing process can begin already. Point number 2 is to avoid the temptation to hurt yourself. So someone already broke your heart, someone already puts you in a terrible situation. Why do you want to worsen the situation by attempting to destroy your own life? Do not fall for the temptation to take your life. So because of the pain, of course, our ability to manage pain differ from person to person. So for some people who can't bring themselves to absorb the enormous pain and hurt that they feel, the next thing they want to think about is suicide. Why do you want to kill yourself? Someone already said, I don't want you. Why do you also tell yourself, I don't want myself? That is what you are typically doing by wanting to kill yourself. So suicide is not the best thing for you. Don't think about suicide. Don't think about hurting yourself. And also, don't pause your life. Don't put your life on a hold. So you are a student and this happened, and then you just tell yourself, what is there to study for? Why should I go to class? Why should I take my studies seriously? There is nothing in this life anymore. No, don't do that. The person who broke up with you is probably going on to smash in their courses, and they are doing so well. It will be double pain for you at the end of the day. This person has a life despite what has happened, and you are here. You've done yourself even extra harm by not taking seriously what you were doing at the time. So if you are a student, go ahead with your studies. You are working. Don't let your KPI begin to drop because you are going through a heartbreak. In fact, tell yourself that this one is already failing. I'm not going to let this one fail. Do you understand? So don't put your life on a hold, and don't also attempt to hurt yourself or take your life because of the situation. The temptation will come, but do your best to resist it and tell yourself, no, I still have a life despite what has happened. Point number 3, do not be tempted to hurt the person. So these are two things that go hand in hand. So you want to hurt yourself, and because you decide, oh, I'm not going to hurt myself, but you know what, I am going to hurt you. This pain that you've caused me, I'm not going to bear the pain alone. I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to revenge. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. That is what your emotion might be bringing to you at that time because of all that is going on. But you know what? Take time to cool off from that initial anger, burst of anger, emotional confusion, and all kinds of things going on. And please do not give in to that temptation. See, if you go ahead to try to revenge, get even, and in the process you kill this person, guess what? You are not going to go scot-free. You're going to land yourself in jail and maybe be sentenced to death or lifetime imprisonment. Then what is the use? Why do you allow that single incident to put you in that kind of perpetual regret or situation that you don't like? Do you understand? And so many other things that could result from you trying to take a revenge. So the best thing is, and in fact, the more you meditate on taking a revenge, the more you are never going to heal. Because as you are meditating on that, the pain, the hurt just continues to grow, just continue to, foam up, fuel, and all of those, because you need to be in that state of mind to actually be able to carry out a revenge. So please, don't be tempted to revenge or hurt the person so that you can heal, all right? Let them move on with their life. It's not the end of the world for you, and you're going to find someone else. You might not think like that at that point, but I'm telling you now to look at it from that perspective and forget about an attempt to revenge. Point number 4, do not run away from God at this time. So there are 2 reasons why we try to run away from God when things are not going well. One of them is you think, I've failed God. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. I see my mistakes now. I'm so ashamed. How do I even come before God? How do I face God? I'm not worthy. I'm not qualified. The other one is, God has failed me. Where was He? Why did He allow this to happen? Why did He allow this relationship to get to this point if He knew it was going to break? I think He's all-knowing God and all those kind of stuff. Whichever side of the coin you are, please do not run away from God. Don't run away from God because you feel, yes, I admit there are certain things I've done that made this relationship fail and I'm so ashamed of those things. Don't run away from God. When you feel like that, come back, come close. He wants you back. He wants you close. He wants to recover you. He's even happy that you acknowledge, the areas that you failed. Okay? Because if you do run away from God, you are only going to be putting yourself out there for the devil to continue to fill your mind with all kinds of lies and probably push you to a place of suicide, push you to a place of revenge, and just put you in a place of permanent desolation where you are not able to move on with your life because you are crippled by hurt. If you're on the other side of the coin where you feel God has failed me, God has disappointed, why did he not do this? Just get yourself to understand that when you have a dealing with God and it fails, it can never be from his own end. The fault can never be from God's end. He is faithful, his faithfulness is constant, okay? Accept the fact that this thing has happened and don't let it put you in a place where you begin to develop hatred for God. Still come close. Even though you can't understand, you can't explain why this is happening, still come close. It's not every breakup like as a result of doing things that are not right in a relationship. No, some relationships are going so well, everything is smooth, they are respecting boundaries, everything is okay, they are godly, but then somewhere along the line, there are just things that don't stick, things that don't, agree, things that don't align, and they see they need to go their separate ways, and it could be very painful too. Okay, so do not run away from God no matter the situation. That is when you need God the most, because it's only him that knows how to comfort you, how to help you heal very truly from the inside and pick up your life and continue. Point number 5 is stay in the company of your sincere and loving friends. This is me assuming that over time you have built other friendship. Over time, you have built friendship with your other friend, with your other female friends or guys, depending on who is involved. This is me assuming that you have a good circle of friends around you. This is the time to stay in their company. One, they are going to help you to see things from the right perspective. You are the one hurting and broken. They are not the one. They are in their right mind. So when you are saying things like, I'm going to kill myself, I can't continue, they can tell you you can continue. Just cry. Just put your head on my shoulder. Cry as much as you can. Let this pain go. But don't ever speak those kind of words. You can continue. Your words have not ended. You are beautiful. You're precious. There is someone out there that can't wait to meet you. Those are the people who can tell you something like that. Those are the people who can pray with you. Those are the people who can distract your mind and say, okay, let's go for such fun activity. Don't be lonely. Don't be moody on the inside. Stay in the company of your friend. Those are the people who can say, but you know that this, and this that led to this breakup was not right, even when you were doing it. They are the ones who can tell you the truth in love. Don't isolate yourself, because in isolation, all kinds of negative thoughts will continue to haunt you, and you might end up doing what you are not supposed to do. So point number 6 is get involved in other activity, interesting activity, exciting activities, especially if you are living alone. If you are living alone, the tendency to always everywhere is quiet, you get moody can be there. So get involved in other things. Start learning something. If you don't know what to learn how to swim, learn how to ride a bicycle, go out, just do things that pick up a project, pick up a course, do something else, write, do something that can just distract your mind. Pick up something within your area of interest, travel. That if your job will allow you or whatever you're doing at the time will allow you, but if you can't travel, distract yourself by getting involved in other meaningful activity. There are so many things that can take your mind away from the pain that you are going through at the moment that you will enjoy, and eventually it will help you to heal. Okay. Point number 7. Number 7 is learn from your mistake. See, number 7 is so important that if you ignore it, you are going to enter into the same cycle again, unconsciously. If you ignore it, even after you've said, I'm never going to do this again, you are going to see yourself do it again. Why? Because it's a negative cycle that likes to repeat itself if you don't take the time to learn from your mistake. Did I move too fast, too soon? Did I give out, husband privileges to boyfriend, and he enjoyed everything and he's like, there is nothing more for me here, just move on? What is it that I put? Did I move without asking God, should I go? Do you understand? You feel, oh, everything checks and you move, and somewhere along the line you see why you shouldn't have moved, or why God wouldn't have let you move if you had asked. Okay, talking about giving boyfriend privileges, husband privileges to boyfriend, I have a video on relationship mistakes you should avoid, especially if you're in your 30s. I'm going to link it somewhere in this video. You can go check it out. So learn from your mistakes. Sit down and really analyze what has happened. If you have a friend or friends who knew about the relationship and know so much about the relationship, there's something they can tell you that they saw. Maybe they couldn't summon the courage to tell you. They should let you know, so that as you're going into your next relationship, you can know that this and these are things I should not do, so that I don't have the same experience as the previous one. But take the time to analyze what has happened and draw your lessons from that. Point number 8, don't be quick to move into another relationship. Don't be quick to move into another relationship. Please don't. You will not know how hurt you are. You will not know what damage it will do to your next relationship until you try it. But please don't try it. You will see that even though you are a sweet person, you are a loving person, because of the hurt that you felt, and you did not take the time to heal, you did not take the time to forgive the person, forgive yourself, and build up yourself again, the tendency for you to go into another relationship as a lady feeling all men are cheats, all men are, with a battered mindset, with a wrong perspective because of what they are going through, with so much hurt and ready to fight mode, attitude. When I say ready to fight, I mean, oh, he's coming again. They are coming again. This is what this last one did, and the next thing I saw was a breakup. And maybe this guy was innocently doing what he was doing. He didn't even know that that action triggers something in you. But if you are taking time to heal, it will no longer be a trigger. Do you understand? So take the time to heal before going into another relationship. Don't be quick to get into another relationship. If you go into another relationship without healing properly, you might just vent the anger from this person on this one who is innocent and might be the actual person for you. But then after a while, you start to feel, no, this person is not it. But you are it, just that you came with a lot of baggage, and now that is what you projected to him, and he never got the chance to see the beauty that you are from the inside out. So take the time to heal before moving into another relationship. Number 9, do not try to keep in touch. Yes, I said so. Don't try to keep in touch. So I've seen situations from people that I'm coaching and counseling where they say, oh, he said, can we be friends? I mean, you just broke up with her yesterday, day before it's the last week, and you want to be friends. Why? Friendship that you could not maintain inside the relationship, now you want to keep it outside. You already saw somebody else that you're interested in. You are moving on. You know this person is hurting, and you want to be texting her every morning. You want to be greeting her. The same call that you could not pick because you are so busy, now you even want to be the one calling. But then you are already in a relationship with another person. Please and please don't entertain that. Once there is a breakup like that, please don't keep in touch. You know why? Keeping in touch is going to keep giving you the idea that this person is still available. This person is still around. Oh, maybe she will come back. Oh, maybe he will come back. Let's see. You are not fully involved in your next relationship. That is, if you are even able to enter another one. You are here waiting endlessly for somebody who has completely moved on. So don't keep in touch. Don't do all that. Maybe in later when you've healed, everybody have moved on, everybody have found their own partner, and you stumble into each other again, you can be friends. That time you are sound and whole enough to manage that. But at this time where you are trying to heal, don't put around you, don't maintain a relationship that will stall your healing process by keeping in touch. So do not keep in touch. Then number 10 is take the time to heal. I can also say set up yourself to heal. So take the time to heal, like actually take time to heal. Time, like time. Give yourself time to heal. Don't say, oh, I know I'm okay now, I'm fine now, I'm fine. Just relax. Don't be in a hurry. Take the time to heal and set up your environment for healing. How do you do that? Instead of going for moody music, that just reminds you, all those songs for Breakup, I don't know any one of them, or I've sung one here. All those songs that, encourages crying and being moody. No, go for something lively, go for something nice, go for something, that is on the positive side, not on the negative side. That is one. Two, instead of, coiling up on your bed and just being, stand up, get dressed, look at yourself in the mirror, remind yourself that you're beautiful, and go out, hang out all by yourself, hang out with your girlfriends, hang out with your colleagues, just do something, take yourself, do the opposite of what your emotion wants you to do at that time. Set up your environment for healing. Take away things that remind you of this person. If you've taken pictures together, take it away. If they bought you gifts, if you want to give them out, give them out. If you don't want to give them out, you can hide them, but anytime you bring them out, they will remind you of those people. So I might just as well say give them out, especially those ones. Heartbreak is in levels. Heartbreak is in level. It's all heartbreak are not at the same level. There are some heartbreak that you need to give away these things because you are so broken that anything that reminds you of them, including environment and smell and all of those things, just literally triggers the pain. Okay, so do all these things. Journal. When your mind is full, your head is full, you don't even know who to pour it out to, just pick up your journal, pour out your heart. Cry if you want to, but don't cry, don't waste your cry. Why not just kneel down and just cry and let God see that you are hurting seriously, you are in so much pain, and it should help you. And I do hope that by the time you go through all of this process, you should have come to a place where you are healed. And if you need to speak to a counselor, please by all means reach out. Don't say, don't let anybody tell you, it's the ordinary heartbreak that you're looking for a counselor, a coach. No, if you've done all of this and you still can't get over it, you still are drowning in the pain, please and please, by all means, reach out, seek help, and we'll be very much glad to help you, or any counselor around you. We're very much glad to help you so that you can be ready to move on and have a better relationship. I do hope that this video has been of help to you. If it has, please like this video so that more people can see it. Share it with your friends. Let other people see it. Share it far and wide to all your friends and contacts. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And I will see you again in my next video.